Tuska 2019, if I'm not mistaken, that is. We have some Finnish quality here with Swallow the Sun. Now, that is a kind of a peculiar name, and we have some peculiar gentlemen to explain all of this to us. So, viewers, stay tuned. Mikko, what is the meaning of life? Okay, let's skip that one. So, what is Swallow the Sun all about?
Music.
What kind of music?
Heavy music.
And I forgot to ask you, who are you again? I haven't seen you before.
Yeah, my name is Juho Räihä. I play guitar in Swallow the Sun.
And this beautiful gentleman is?
Mikko Kotamäki. I do the vocals.
Swallow the Sun is more or less labeled as kind of a funeral doom, but that's kind of a weird label since it can apply so many meanings. Do you think this is correct way to describe you, or would you have some other subgenre to label you?
Well, I think we've done only couple like doom metal and funeral doom metal songs, but I wouldn't call us doom metal at all, actually. Like, it's, for me, doom metal means bands like Candlemass, stuff like that, and yeah, we don't really sound like that. I would say it's more like some kind of slightly progressive, melancholic metal, something, I don't know.
One could even claim that you have sort of a death doom approach, considering that you play very, very heavy music, but not like heavy metal, but more akin to a death metal and all that stuff. You are known for your growling vocals, but also your clean vocals, so it's kind of a mess. Does it bother you at all?
Not really. We just do what we do.
Do you just let the labels do the genre things and like that?
Yeah, pretty much. If somebody wants to call us doom metal band, that's totally fine, but I don't see it that way. But if it's important for someone to label our music, I'm fine with that, whatever it is.
So Juho, when you end up having this conversation with, say, a random stranger at a festival and bar and stuff like that, they're like, hey, so what do you play? Yeah, I play the guitar and all that stuff. How do you describe yourself as a musician?
I don't know. I don't describe myself as a musician, perhaps.
When they ask like, so what do you do in the band? Or like, what kind of music you play?
Yeah, well, I know I kind of don't believe in genres, but I love music, but I'm it's so broad that it's like I don't know. It's like I get it that it's easier for people to like label stuff if it's like there are genres, but it's always wrong. There is no one band that is like only like heavy metal. I don't know, like Judas Priest perhaps, but it's like it's you
kind of old-fashioned thing to label.
Yeah. You kind of need to dig a little deeper. It's like, but then again, it's like it sounds so douchey to say that no, we are not in any genre or anything, because
it's kind of a hipster thing.
Yeah. But clearly there are like doom metal and death metal influences in Swallow the Sun's music, but it's like I don't know. I always tell people to like listen to the songs and the band and like make up their own mind. So.
But you don't really have those kind of 3-minute hit songs like, okay, you just listen to this and it's all figured out, because you have quite lengthy songs and all that stuff. How it is like playing and rehearsing those kind of lengthy songs in general?
I don't know. Well, like before the interview, we were talking about your sense of time, and you kind of get lost. So it's like the same thing with songs. It's like when we're at minute 8 or 9, I still feel like this is the first minute. So it's I don't know. Then when I'm playing like faster stuff, then it's like 30 seconds has passed, and I'm like inside my mind I'm on minute 5 or something. So it's relative. So I don't mind. It's great to have lengthy songs. It's great.
Still getting back to the genre thing, do you have difficulties to find like which ideas to put into the music and which to just like take out of the music, like, okay, this won't fit because it's too this and that? Or are you just open-minded, like, okay, this sounds like a metalcore thing, but it doesn't sound like us, but we can use it because it's good?
There's for me, it's like Juha does basically most of the songwriting. So I see myself as like trying to get to a certain like feeling or mood, and I'm trying to like read what the part requires of me, like what feeling it requires of me. So I basically try not to be too like picky about what I'm like basically like playing. I'm more trying to get the mood to like match with Juha's idea of the part. But he has so great songs that it's like it's easy to not get too caught up in that. So
your music is very dark and it's also very heavy. One could even say it's kind of a depressing, but at the same time it's also beautiful. Is that the place you like be the most, or would you have more those so-called happy moments?
Yeah, I think that happiness is nothing without sorrow. So it's like to truly feel something, or like let's put it this way, that the roots of a tree need to reach down to hell for the top of the tree to be in heaven. So I think that's like the perfect metaphor for this.
So if I would punch you in the face, the next beer would taste better?
Yes.
All right, fair enough. So much about pain. Mikko, you are very famous in the terms of being multi-talented with your different kind of voices. You've been in other bands and still are in the other bands. How much do they take time and work and whatever from Swallow the Sun? What are the priorities?
Not much. Like, well, yeah. Well, my other band, Kuolemanlaakso, for example, hasn't been very active lately. We played couple gigs last year, but yeah, of course, Swallow the Sun is always that's my number one thing. And if I do something else, this comes first, and when I have time, I can do the other bands. But
you recently, like spring 2019, you also released some new material with some of the guys. What can you tell about that?
Well, that guy plays in the same band. That's actually our drummer's band, and he wrote all the songs and lyrics, and yeah, he just asked us, and we did it.
So what can you tell this other mysterious band?
About Head on Hill.
Exactly.
I know it's all about angst and anger and letting some steam out.
It's quite different from Swallow the Sun. Is it kind of a therapy needed to balance things out?
Yeah, I think so. It's I feel it's important to like musically to try out different feelings and like. Well, we are all human, and you have emotions from from this side to this side. It's like and I want to experience all in between. So that's like definitely like the furthest side in anger and angst, and so when one needs to feel those feelings as well. So
I guess we wanted to be teenagers again, and it's a little tribute to Gigi Allen as well.
Talking about teenager, we just had this kind of a brief warm-up talk, so to speak, about festival lives and how things have changed, you know, when you're like 20 or 30 and then comes 40 and whatever. And things are so much kind of a more heavy in the terms of, you know, surviving the festival life, surviving the gigs, even the hangovers and all that stuff. What are your tools to survive metal lifestyle?
Well, not to drink so much anymore. For example, our alcohol rider for our gigs and festivals, it used to be 2 bottles of vodka, 2 cases of beer, 2 cases of cider or something, then a couple bottles of red and white wine. Now it's just 24 beers and that's it, and that makes things a lot easier.
But why do you need booze in the first place? Could Swallow the Sun exist without alcohol?
Absolutely.
What kind of music would it be?
Same as now, like our... Yeah, well, here's a simple fact. Our main songwriter, he's pretty old geezer nowadays, and he's never been drunk in his life, so it already exists without alcohol.
But he's not doing the interviews with us.
No.
So is that a kind of a tool you need to survive the so-called gig and rehearsal life, or is it just fun thing to have while you have nothing else to do?
No, it's everyone has their own style, so, and I totally respect that. When I'm touring, I'm not drinking anything, but when I'm home, that's a different story. But it's like we are all trying to enjoy our lives in the way that makes most sense to all of us. So my trick to surviving is not trying to survive, just do it.
Let's talk a little bit about this life on the road, so to speak. You're not the biggest band, but you're not the smallest band anymore. You are touring quite a lot, and despite you're not mainstream as in the terms of like Metallica, Megadeth, but big enough to tour different continents and stuff. What kind of best experiences you have to share about being on the road?
That's a tough one. It's like I don't know. I enjoy the the relationships and the people. The other dudes in the band are awesome, and I like hanging out with them. That's probably on a good day. That's the best part. But on a worst day, it can be the worst thing. It's like I don't know. That's basically like the most important thing, to like enjoy yourself whilst on road and try to see stuff when you are there, because it's really easy to just stay in the bus and not do anything, because it can be tough, like the sleepless nights and everything like that. But it's I enjoy the company most of the time the most. So.
And then I have this really annoying question, because when bands go to different places, they're like, oh, you're the best audience in the world. Hey, come on, we love to be. And then you just put a different city name here. Can you give an example? What is the kind of a best kind of audience? Where have you been? You don't have to name one, but just give a little bit idea. And no, honesty. No, that's just like every place is the best.
Yeah. Well, I feel like the best audience is the one that I personally on stage I connect with the most. Mm-hmm. And the last time that truly happened was in London during the last European tour. Well, whatever it is, it's like some people seem to like get it what the band is all about and what the songs are trying to what is the feeling it tries to relate to the audience. So when I see the audience getting that, then I feel like this is a really good audience. Because you can have like this audience that is like drinking and partying and going crazy, and you're like playing like this really melancholic song, and you're, what the fuck are you doing? Like people are having a mosh pit when you're like just like your guitar is gently like weeping. So it's like what are you doing? Even though it's like it feels like it should be a good audience that they're moving and stuff, but. There's a time and place for everything, so.
Yeah, there's been this talk like some kind of a scene police or scene whatever. People are like, putting their hands crossed, arms crossed and whatever, and like they're like, okay, I'm enjoying, but I'm not showing it out. Is this the kind of a proper thing to do at your shows? Because it kind of seems like, okay, we are connecting with the band, we are sharing their sorrow and all that stuff.
Yes, you are talking about Finland.
Yes, especially.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of. I don't mind it myself. It's totally okay if people want to do that, but I have a strange feeling that no one really wants to do that. Who like goes to a movie and like doesn't want to enjoy the movie? It's like it feels like weird. But you're paying the ticket, so you must in some weird way want to be there. But then you kind of show everyone else that you don't want to be there. It's like. But that's Finland, So
Okay, what or which places you would most rather go to play a show if you could have the possibility?
Mars, that would be a cool place.
That would be, but on Earth, please.
Earth, okay.
Still.
Yeah, that narrows it down. Well, Australia would be nice.
You haven't been there.
No, I'm not personally. So that would be awesome. For some strange reason.
You're not afraid of those spiders, snakes, whatever poisonous animals?
Yeah, yes, I am.
Because I am, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Mikko, what are your experiences on the life on the road? What are the worst memories? I asked him about the best, so you can be the nasty one.
I think the worst tour ever was 2009 North American tour, 50 gigs in 53 days. It was fucking rough winter and we were touring in a van. That was fucking rough. And I would never do it again.
All right, time is ticking and we need to end soon. So before we go, and you need to go, what are your plans for Swallow the Sun in 2019-2020?
More touring.
What about you, sir?
Yeah, more shows. Maybe Mars. That's next.
Maybe Mars.
Yeah.
So let's shed some tears for Mars, maybe Moon even. Who knows when they will be colonized and when these guys are about to depress that place down. Or maybe cheer up. Anyway, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more Tuska stuff and check out these guys and their music online if you haven't. And if you haven't and you still won't do it, then it's on you. Kiitoksia ukkelit.
Kiitos.
Joo, ehdottomasti.